In this video, I'm going to be modeling for you how to solve for a variable in a word problem. So first of all, variables again are just the unknown in an equation or the unknown in a word problem. And we've been solving for variables since kindergarten, but most of the time is addition and subtraction. Well, now we're focusing a little bit more on multiplication and division. And in the beginning, we were always looking for the variable in this product spot. So we knew how many groups there were, we knew how much was in each group, and we were trying to figure out that total, the result after multiplying, that product here. Or with division, we were trying to figure out the result after dividing, this quotient spot. Well, now the variable can be in any spot. It could be a factor, it could be an unknown factor, it could be an unknown dividend, it could be an unknown divisor. So we have to read the word problem. We have to figure out what operation is happening. Are we joining or separating? And then we have to think, what would this equation look like and where would that variable be? What is the unknown? So here I have some word problems that I'm going to practice with you. And I'll show you how I go through thinking about the problem, writing an equation, and then solving for the variable. And you'll notice a lot of times I could use multiplication or division. And that's because they're inverses and they work really well together. So I'm just going to choose whichever one makes the most sense to me. So let's start with this first one here. Miss Perty has 3 bags of candy. She has 18 total pieces of candy. If each bag has the same amount, how many pieces are in each bag? Okay, so Miss Perty has 3 bags of candy, and she's trying to figure out how much is in each bag. But she knows that it's 18 pieces. So to me, this feels like multiplication. Candy's not going anywhere, so I'm going to use multiplication. So I'm going to see that there's 3 bags of candy, and I don't know how many, 3 bags of something, and it equals 18. So now I need to figure out how much is in each bag. So I can take that 18 pieces and I can kind of divide it out equally into the 3 bags to see how much is in each. So I can just do it up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, I gave out all 18 pieces, and it looks like I have 3 groups of 6. So C, the variable here, has a value of 6. Okay? Now let me try another problem about my pencils. Miss Perty has some boxes of pencils. Each box has 7 pencils. If Miss Perty has 28 pencils, how many boxes of pencils does she have? So here, I'm trying to figure out how many groups I have, how many boxes I have, but I don't know how many are in each of them. Or no, I do know that there are 7 in each. I'm trying to figure out how many of those groups of 7 I have. So I'm trying to see, I have some boxes of pencils, and each has 7 in it. And I know that it's 28 total pencils. So here I have an unknown factor again. I'm trying to figure out how many groups of 7 I have for my whole 28 pencils. So here, again, I can just take those 28 pencils. If I put them into groups of 7, I can figure out how many groups I have, which is how many boxes I have. So here I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's my first box of 7. 14 pencils is 2 boxes of 7. 21 pencils is 3 boxes of 7. 28 is 4 boxes of 7. So the value of B is 4. I have 4 groups of 7 for all 28 pencils. All right, let's look at this next problem here. Miss Perty had a bag of dog treats. She gave 9 treats to each of her dogs. How many treats did she give out? Now let me tell you here, I have 2 dogs. I didn't put enough information into that story, but I have 2 dogs. So, Miss Perty, I have my bag of treats here, and I'm giving them out to my 2 dogs. So it looks like I'm taking a total and I'm giving them out into 2 groups. So to me that looks like division. So let's see here. I don't know how many treats I have though, so I'm going to use that as my variable. My total treats has been divided into 2 groups for my 2 dogs, and each group has 9 in it. So here, my unknown is the dividend. I'm trying to figure out how many total treats I have. So what I could do is I can make 2 groups of 9 and then think backwards to, well, how many total treats is that? So let me make my 2 groups of 9. I could do 9 dots. I could just write the number 9 in it, whatever works best for me. So now here, if I think about my total, if I put these 9 and 9 together, that would let me know that that is 18 treats. So I had 18 treats, and I divided them into 2 groups of 9. I gave each dog 9 treats. So here, that made more sense for me to do division. I could have used the inverse and done 2 times 9 equals my unknown product. My last one here, Miss Pertee had 15 chairs. She put 3 chairs at each table. How many tables did she put chairs at? All right, so I had 15 chairs here. And I'm putting the chairs out. So to me, that makes sense to use division. I'm getting rid of my chairs. So I'm dividing them into groups. But I don't know how many tables I put. So I'm going to put a T for tables. And it was in groups of 3. So here, my variable is in the divisor spot. I'm trying to figure out how many groups I made with my 15 chairs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make groups of 3 with all 15. So I'm going to do, here's my first group of 3. 6, 7, 8, 9. So it looks like here I made 5 groups of 3. So my variable, which represents my tables, has a value of 5. So it looks like I have 5 tables with 3 chairs at each of them. So go ahead and remember that you need to think about the word problem. Does it make most sense to use multiplication or division? And write an equation with a variable in the most meaningful spot. Am I looking for the total amount before dividing? Am I looking for the total amount after multiplying? Am I looking for how many groups that I had or how many is in each group? So think through that, write your equation, and then use a strategy, whether it's an inverse strategy, whether it's a visual strategy, to help you solve for the value of that variable.